Hi friends, it's Yvette. Well, I promised you guys I would record a video tutorial making the crunch stitch. I have three swatches here, three sample swatches. I used the letter H, the letter I, and the letter J. So if you want loose stitches, use the letter I or J hook so you can have these nice loose stitches. Now, just go grab yourself your favorite yarn and your favorite hook. These are the hooks, my friends. The letter H is the 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. The 5.5 is the letter I, and the 6.0 is the letter J. Now, I do recommend the number 4 worsted weight yarn, acrylic, just for practice, making this swatch. Now, I'm going to use the letter I, which is the 5 millimeter crochet hook for this tutorial. You want to start with a slip knot. And then, my friends, you will be making a chain in multiples of 2. So you want an even number of chains. So I'm going to go ahead and make up to 10 chains. So make your chains. You can do as many as you want. And then you will add that extra chain for the turning chain. So a total of 11 chains is what I chained up. A total of 11, multiples of 2 plus 1 chain. So I have a total of 11 chains, but you make as many as you want. That's that extra chain right there. Now you're going to yarn over the hook and you will start in the second chain from the hook and you will make your first stitch, which is the half double crochet stitch. I encourage beginners to use stitch markers. The stitch markers are lifesavers. The stitch markers are going to help you keep, your stitch count correct and at the same time your edges nice, even, and straight. Insert your crochet hook right into the next chain and you will make a slip stitch. And here, my friends, you are going to be alternating these two basic crochet stitches. The next stitch you will make a half double crochet stitch. You will always start your rows with a half double and end with a slip stitch. Take your time, my friends. Enjoy the moment. Keep your practice time nice and slow. No need to rush. So a half double crochet stitch, and then in the next chain you will make a slip stitch. You just pull up a loop, take that loop and just pull it right through the working loop. Yarn over the hook, insert your hook into the next chain, and you will make a half double crochet stitch. You pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, and pull the working yarn right through those 3 loops. And you're just going to continue this pattern combo across the foundation chain. Remember to use a stitch marker to mark the last stitch for this row, which is row 1. This crunch stitch creates a dense, heavy texture just by alternating these 2 different stitches. So yes, take that stitch marker and mark that last stitch, which was a slip stitch, which is a slip stitch. And then at the end of the row, you will make a chain 1. So at the end of every row, you will chain 1. So here, my friends, row 2, this marked stitch, this is where you will make your first stitch. Now, golden rule, always crochet a half double crochet stitch into the top of a slip stitch from the row below. So you will yarn over the hook, insert your crochet hook right into that marked stitch. This is going to remind the beginner to insert their hook right into that marked stitch. Pull up a loop and make your half double crochet stitch. Take that stitch marker to the beginners and mark that stitch. You will thank me later, I promise. Now, again, golden rule, always crochet a slip stitch into the top of a half double crochet stitch from the row below. So here we will make a slip stitch. Yarn over the hook, go into the next stitch and make your half double crochet stitch. And then insert your hook into the next stitch and make your slip stitch. And you're just going to repeat this pattern combo across the row, just keeping in mind the golden rule. Always crochet a half double crochet stitch into the top of a slip stitch from the row below, and crochet a slip stitch into the top of a half double crochet stitch from the row below, and every row will start with a half double crochet stitch and end with a slip stitch. So just take your time, my friends, enjoy. And I think the advantage of these tutorials is that you are able to stop, pause, rewind the video and work at your own pace versus when I am teaching, during a live stream. So here at the end of this row, we're going to make a slip stitch right into the half double crochet stitch from the previous row. Just go ahead and remove that stitch marker. You don't have to use stitch markers, but I highly recommend using them for beginners. Beginners. I encourage you to use them. So here for the third row, we're going to insert our crochet hook into that stitch with a half double crochet stitch. Remember, we start rows with a half double crochet stitch. Take your stitch marker and go ahead and mark that stitch. Remember, my friends, progress over perfection, and never, never, never give up. Insert your crochet hook right into the next stitch and make your slip stitch. And then again, yarn over the hook, go right into the next stitch, pull up that loop and make your half double crochet stitch. You will continue this pattern combo across, my friends. And if you have a row counter, use that row counter and just make your sample swatch. You decide how many rows you want to make, but always remember to chain one at the end of every row. Turn your work, start your stitches with a half double crochet stitch as in your first stitch and end with a slip stitch. And when you're ready to design, crochet washcloths, dishcloths, maybe some pot holders, you would want to use some cotton yarn. But if you are a beginner, it is recommended to practice using number 4 worsted weight acrylic yarn. It is medium weight yarn and it's just easier for you to handle, and it's great when you pair it with the letter H hook. And as you continue improving with tension and you practice, right, you will start discovering that you can use different crochet hooks, different textures and types and weights of yarn to design the art that you are aiming for. This is what it's looking like, my friends. And here again are my sample swatches with the letter H, the I, and the J hook. Beautiful, beautiful textures and stitches here. So my friends, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if there are any stitches you would like for me to learn and teach you again here, let me know in the comments, my friends. And if you're not following me, don't forget to click that follow button for more cozy crochet projects and stitches, my friends. Thank you so much for your love, support. Love you guys. Bye.